And here we are on the top right corner of our Alcyon. We have in blue the Protoss player. It is Poglet, the cheesy one. As cheesy as you, but still very cheesy.
Down here in the bottom left of Alcyone. It is going to be 9-5. If I had 9 bets to make, I'd say 9-5 is going to be going for a standard hatch gas pool, and probably we're going to see some land.
Before we go into that, you know what? I hate this map. I hate it so fucking much. It's insane.
Why do you hate this map? It's beautiful.
Okay,
there's also the map where I pylon blocked and gateway blocked my own natural, and then proceed to win with it. I can send you the replay. I am not joking.
Oh my. So the problems I have with this map, as a caster, not as a player to be absolutely fair, is that first of all, there's a bug in the lightning of the force fields. If you move your camera slowly, you'll see them flickering, both of them, which is annoying as fuck. Second,
so it's a miniaturized epileptic.
And second of all, the biggest gripe I have with it, it's that it's not a point symmetry, it's a mirror symmetry, which means it's uglier. I don't like this kind of map.
Oh.
On the bright side, it's not like the old mirror symmetry you had where the map was split in the vertical axis. It's diagonal this time around, but I still find them ugly, this kind of map.
This map is a little uncomfortable. I mean, as compared to previous maps that I've played with, you know, 2K Atmospheres. That one was a very fun map, and the best part is that you don't really have to worry about the awkwardness of pushing straight down as opposed to pushing up. I feel like pushing forward is easier than pushing backwards. Especially in StarCraft.
I was gonna stop.
That might be just me.
Just for a second to watch the wall Poglet made, which I'm fairly convinced is too wide, and you cannot stop it with any unit.
He added a second pylon to narrow the low gap. Is it? It's just okay. It's perfect. Okay, it's perfect. Okay.
It's actually terrible. Now, no jokes. No jokes here. This is the worst wall the Poglet could have made. A single Bane Bus will win him the game. Would win 9-5 the game, like, immediately. Killing both pylons means no production. And they're both exposed.
Who does Bane Busts? But who does Bane Busts in ZVP?
You can Bane Bust in ZVP as soon as you see a wall with a pylon in it. I'm not... I'm fairly sure because I received multiple Bane Busts from TNT back in the days, and he was the master of those. Like, as soon as the theory behind it is, if you have a wall that's not completely safe against Bane Bust, that means a wall without all structure being 3x3, it's just 48, right? Bane Bust and then surrounding the main pylon means almost always an instant win for Zerg.
But I feel like just one force field would really put a crimp in that plan. Looks like he's gonna get some damage done. Gonna get 2 drones. Gonna get a 3rd one. It's gonna lose a worker. We're gonna lose an adept for that. Gonna lose both adepts, which is very bad. And scouting is gonna be down to that last adept.
Both adept going down is not the worst thing in the world because he did some damage with it. You see 9-5 struggling a little bit to put down the rotor, but it is fine. Supply block for the lost of load, we did not account for that. And
yeah, that's gonna be really bad.
Especially because we just now started 2 overloads. Is gonna put. I'm fairly convinced. Yeah, both bases are now below, above. No, just the main one. But we're above 3 lava, so it's losing time. Very late expansion from 9-5. I was expecting actually a 2 base all-in with roaches at this point. Oh, we're losing another overlord just to scout the main base. Well, we scouted the robotics base and the twilight. So not all is lost.
It's gonna be
Hey, what,
Yeah,
sorry?
true, but that just means any attack that Poglet makes is gonna hit 3 times as hard than it has any right to hit.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
we saw a few supply blocks here and there from NinetoFive, and that's hurting him so much. But and the delay in the third is also very problematic.
there's a Hydralisk Den, so he might be able to hold an attack with an attack that was similar to what Firefly did to Cyril in the WTL.
That is true. Like holding the position for from 9 to 5 is not what I'm concerned about. The thing I'm concerned about is why would you just be like holding the position alone is not enough, because we're behind in the economy when it comes to Zerg, and Zerg does not ever want to be behind against the Protoss. We're trickling in a few roaches on the third. They might hit and deal some damage, but we also have a Motel already, and the Zerglings don't have speed. The Slowlings.
Wait. What? They're not meant to kill anything. If they kill this adept, they're all of a sudden MVPs.
Slowlings do not exist at
I mean,
beyond the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it depends on who you ask.
That's a lot of roaches.
I mean, if you're dark... Yeah, that's a lot of roaches, and it is just roaches. It's just roaches from here on out.
Yeah,
Colossus is going to be coming out here pretty good.
Cannot be micro too much because we don't have a war prison, but it's still doing so much damage. 44 supply does not care. Nobody cares about that because we have an immortal and lots of stalkers. They literally hard counter your army. And the Zerg is forced to disengage. What is good for Zerg though is that Poglet had to stop producing the probes, and more importantly, is going into Colossi, which are basically useless against roaches. Not really, but very close to that.
I want to draw your attention to the main, and specifically the Twilight Council. We're getting charged for 4 zealots.
Well, you know, they're gonna be very fast zealots. It's always
they're gonna be very fast, running right into how many roaches? 30 roaches or something.
Thankfully, you're using the Twilight Council for Templar Archive as well. A second robotics facility is always a good call. As a matter of fact, instead of Colossi, I would have loved to see these Raptors. I'm fairly convinced that this Raptor just melted his army.
Yeah, one disruptor shot, and that's GG.
And the fun thing is, roaches outside of creep have a really hard time avoiding disruptor shot.
Oh no, we're trickling in.
Yeah, very quickly trickling in though. Roaches trying to go for the Colossi, which is not the problem. The problem is the goddamn immortal.
The immortal, living up to its name as the man, the myth, the legend, and 9to5 is building Hydralisks.
It's building Hydralisk.
Just I feel included.
Is making
the Colossus.
Is making sure I'm wrong because this way the Colossi can actually shoot at something, and it's actually a good unit now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He's helping validate the existence of the Colossi.
Yeah. He saw the Colossi and he thought, you know what, I don't want my Protoss adversary to use a useless unit. Let's make it useful. Still, this Zerg army is very big, and we still have just one Immortal. The Roaches are pushing in. Finally, killing the Immortal will be the deal breaker for Protoss, which no longer has a stay on this side of the map. Finally, we see some War Prism Micro, but only have the space for one Colossi, buddy.
There's only space for one Colossus in this. Oh god, why is he building more zealots against the roaches?
Well,
oh no!
Against this low number of roaches it's not the worst thing in the world. As per usual, in low count numbers, melee units always, not always, but have a very good time against ranged units. Problem is, 9to5 has got lots of production even though he barely has 4 bases up. And with roaches you're able to replenish them. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like Poglet almost scouted this army accidentally on the other side of the map, but it looks like it's going to warp in a bunch of zealots and try to get a run-by going.
Run-by is very good call. Also, removing the Colossi from your army and starting Immortal production, that's the thing that Poglet needed the most. An Immortal Zealot will demolish this army, because the Zealot can deal with the Hydras, if there's still some after a few minutes. And the Immortals simply, like, I don't know the exact equation, but whenever I play Immortals against Roaches, it feels like one Immortal trades for like 6 Roaches or something.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we still have a couple of married Hydras.
Well, very
Beautiful
happy.
couple, David.
We also have 2 Vipers, which I think they're a response to the Colossi. A very good response, to be absolutely fair, against Colossi, but Colossi are not the problem.
Oh god. Did you see the Dutch rudder, the mean Dutch rudder those 2 Archons had going?
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Good move out
They were
from
caught in the...
Poglet.
Oh, a run-by is going to distract him. We're dealing with an F2 Zerg.
Oh my. The whole army has been moved, and the lack of anti-air from Protoss is a little bit disturbing. Still lose the Colossi, but it's not still...
He's going to lose his entire army.
Actually, I really underestimated the amount of roaches that NinetoFive had, and now this army is marching towards Poglet, who has nothing to defend himself with. He just swapped in 6 stalkers, and that's it. Disruptors are finally being made. It's too late. Also, Vipers do hard counter the Disruptors.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind if we see a feedback go down on the other Viper. That could very well spell the end. Oh! We're gonna see some balls. We're gonna see some balls.
No, we saw some balls being annihilated. That's all we saw, and this is the end for Poglet.
Oh my god, that's
nothing to defend here for Protoss. I mean,
ouch.
I'm sorry, but this is not even a fight anymore.
Yeah. This is him poking his corpse with a sharp stick.